Hi everyone, Gail here. Hope you are doing well and hope November treated you well and that you treated yourself well, simply because it was all about you, remember? It was all about focusing in on you, what you needed for yourself and giving yourself that, and preparing for 2021, which is not far away now, and that means that whatever you have done in November sets you up to have a head start in January, as in hit the ground running type of thing. So we're in December and the whole of 2020 has been about massive change, double change, but it's more than double. I feel it's an outer, maybe that's the double. You know, our outer lives have changed and our inner selves have changed along with it. So we're getting ready for 2021 when a lot of things will be still needing to be sorted out. It's a little bit like the hurricane's over and now you've got the sorting out to do. So whatever you've done in November for yourself, to prepare yourself to be ready for 2021, then you will you'll be able to get through that a lot more easily and a lot more quickly. You'll know what you need to do. There's a couple of things happening in December, and we will have another one of these in 2 weeks, but there's a couple of things that are quite important that happen in December. And I was thinking yesterday, there's a couple of times I said, look at the skies. Like there was something about the stars and the skies and everything else. And in November, looking at the skies probably pertain to the rain that we had locally here anyway, the huge downpours and the flooding, and hope you're all, doing okay with that and getting that all sorted out. If there is any other kind of like importance to that, that would come up this month, December. Often I will get information that pertains to a couple of months in time. So sometimes I might say some things that don't make sense. And I remember something about birds and water, and guess what? We had floods. So I kind of checked in again, and this is toward the end of summer. So just to watch out for the having little bits of extra water around for our little bits of wildlife that have been having a hard time with cats lately. Seem to be lots of bird feathers and dead birds. The cats must have gained an appetite for birds, perhaps. I'm not sure, because I've found this quite unusual in my environment anyway with the birds. So this month there are some big things happening astrologically. I'm not even going to pretend to tell you all about what those are. I'm going to simply touch on them so that you can look them up yourself. So as of the 21st of December, now this happens at around the 21st of December is like a key day in the calendar. This one is a 200-year event. Some say it's actually a 6,000-year event in a different kind of way as well. And it is to do with planets that actually line up with each other. And we had 7 in line before the pandemic and at the beginning of the pandemic. This is... I could be wrong here. See, this is where I can be wrong because I'm trying to go on memory and my memory's shite. So we've got Saturn. I think it's Saturn and another planet. I would say Jupiter, but I'm not sure. But the two planets together mean that there are different things going to happen on the Earth. Now, the big key thing that's happening on the 21st is that we move from the last 200 years of being in an Earth sign. Now, that just means we've been focused on building, growing, money, everything like that with our economy and the world. And we are moving into air as of the 21st of December, but you won't feel that until we move into 2021. So air means we will be thinking more, we will have more clarity, we will be more intellectual, we will be using our minds more, but we will also be accessing that spiritual factor, I'm just going to say that, which is that other essence of who we are, that innovative side of ourselves, that inspirational side of ourselves, that side of ourselves that actually is going to think more, cleverly. Instead of that, it's just going to make money, so I'm going to do it. It'll be that if I make money, how's that going to help people? How is that going to serve people? And this isn't everybody on the planet all at once. This is a slow dawning of realisation that we are going into. And this is going to last a long time too. You know, the last lot was 200 years, this lot probably the same. Like I say, if you want to look up the astrological meanings for the 21st of December, there's several places, but just looking up astrology will give it to you. The other thing is that it is said, and don't quote me, but it is said that things start on the 21st. From the 25th, which is Christmas Day, for 7 days, there will be certain sort of events, certain awakenings, if you like. Certain things will dawn on you. They say portals will open to allow you to have a greater contact, say, with your loved ones, in a dimensional way, or an interdimensional way, depends what your belief systems are. Please be open. Please look at what this possibility of going into the more intellectual sides of our existence mean. Yeah, because it applies to you personally, and everything you've prepared for in November can get actualised in January. And there was something else I was going to say about that. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I was dressing and rushing this morning, like I can, which isn't helpful. It might come to me later. So what I'll do at the minute, just right now, because this is December, the other thing I wanted to say to you was, all of November was about you. This month, please can you include a special someone into your life? Anyone that's close to you, pay a little bit more attention to them, give them a little bit more of what you've given yourself over the last month, or even that you know that you needed over the last month that you didn't give yourself. Give it to your partner. This is about including now special people into your lives and treating them the way that you wanted to be treated and want to be treated. It is, anyway, Christmas. It's when our family and our loved ones come together. This includes in spirit. They will be around. If you see some sort of weird, odd, strange kind of things out of the corner of your eye, or light flashes or shadows or anything, don't be afraid. That's just you are seeing some of the people that are in spirit coming in around you. And as I say, general rule, Christmas is the time family comes round, and that's good because family protect you from everybody in the world. So yeah, any odd experiences, these could be likely to happen more. We will touch on this in January. More kind of seeing things that you've never seen before, being aware that there is a presence around you that you haven't felt before, smelling a smell that reminds you of, a past loved one, just weird kind of happenings, synchronicities, coincidences. Now, this is where the time on the clock will be very, very important. And if you get repeated same times on the clock, where you just simply happen to glance at the clock and it happens to be the same number over and over again, and you've had this before, take note of those numbers. Have a little look. Be curious and do some little research on numbers and what those numbers mean, and see how that relates to you. It's always a personal thing. The same numbers can mean slightly different from person to person. So it's always what kind of resonates with you, what kind of feels right to you. So there's going to be, and I said this last month to a few people that I saw, that there was a thinning of the veil. Now, the veil is always described as between this life and the afterlife, or spirit world, if you like. And the thinning was that there was more happening and more activity, and you could see more and experience more. And sometimes that's very distracting. But if you do, please don't feel afraid of it. If you wanted ever to find out about anything you've experienced, you can always come and see me, ring me, Skype me, message me, video message me, whatever you want to do. We can set up a time and we can go through all of that so that you understand it and are more comfortable with it. So there's more of that coming up for 2021. And onwards, by the way, and onwards. So this is not just a small episode. This is something that everyone will become more aware, or the ones who don't want to be aware will shut down even more. And you're allowed to do that, just so you know. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a little look, just in general, now to see what's coming up for us in December, this month. I've said all of the things I need to, so let's look at what the cards have to say as what we could expect for December 2020. And you're all going to be busy, see? Well, those ones of you that celebrate Christmas are going to be busy. The thing that I was going to say about that is, if you do not choose to celebrate Christmas, choose to celebrate you. If you are grieving, and a lot of people are, please be patient with yourself. For anyone else who is not understanding why someone else does not want to celebrate Christmas, please be gentle. Put yourself in their shoes. If you have never experienced losing a loved one, especially a lot seems to happen around Christmas, this is the time when that person is missed the most. Emotions will be high. Please, kindness, caring and compassion mean everything at this time. So on that note, we will have a little look at what is coming up in December for those of you who are watching this. I just said about that. Apparently, I'll show you. There we go. So this is the card. This is the High Priestess. She's beautiful. She has, she's looking at the heavens too. So, yes, I forgot to say that. Look at the stars. You will find them much more bright and luminous in the last 7 days of December. They will kind of just stand out. And that's the other thing that you will have. You will have clarity of vision, 20/20 vision. So you'll see things much more clearly from, say, the 25th onwards. So December is the month when you find things out. Okay, so maybe there are things that will just be shown to you, told to you, that you will read about, that you will just stumble across. And these will be things you never knew before. They will be things that were like secrets, actually. And they'll help you understand things you didn't understand previous about situations, people, and events. So this is the time when secrets will be revealed, shown to you. And it does mean that you could actually experience something of one of those weird kind of like psychic things. I like the word spiritual. And they are different. As we've spoken about before, psychic is not spiritual. Spiritual is who you are, the best of who you are. And you get a chance to exercise that next year. So be aware of any kind of little pop-up moments in your brain, little things that just go, wow, or that's odd, or yeah, like really, wow, okay. Insights, ideas, just things popping in from absolutely nowhere. There seems to be more of this going to happen. I know we've talked about it a little bit before I did the cards, but it is also, there's more to this. So everything you did last month, if you did nothing at all, that's fine. You did something, whether you know you did something or not. for yourself. Everything that you did was touching on the real you inside you, but the more psychic you, the more intuitive you. So you will see some of that happening for yourself and experiencing some of that for yourself this month. That's all genders, that's all ages, and if you want to ignore it, you can. Just push it down, push it away, that's fine. But if you're curious about how this could help you in your life, again, you could come and see me. And as always, we're with Radio Kidnappers. Well, I always forget to do this. Sorry, I'm all over the place. We're with Radio Kidnappers, and if you have a gift, this is when it's going to be shown to you this month. If you have a gift or an ability that you don't even think's a gift because you've had it your whole life and you think everyone else has it, just pay attention to it. Take notice of it and actually start working a little bit with it or playing with it. It's much, much better. Always, if you want to talk about anything like this, discuss it, develop your own intuitive abilities, contact me on 027 4166 545. And the moon, now it's interesting, the moon is featured in this month because we've got the two planets in alignment. Some say there's a lot more than that. And but the moon will influence your moods a lot more this month. Not too much though. The moon will help you reflect on things, and from that insights will happen, okay? So I'll have a little look and see what the rest of December brings. Went to the same place. Again, we've got the stars. Okay, well, I've been talking about the stars, but this is more important than that. This is what's in the stars for you. You know, what messages do the stars hold for you, your life, your future? Any child born, and all dates are recorded, all times are recorded, do an astrology chart for them. There's free ones online, especially the children being born around now. These are the ones that are coming in, not just to fix the earth, because they're already here. They're here to give us a new intelligence, a new type of intelligence, to introduce it and for it to be used more, apparently. So we've been using the IQ, intellectual quotient. There is, as we know, the EQ, which is the emotional quotient. But there's also one other, which I haven't looked at, and I might actually go look at what that is. But we'll be operating more on the EQ, the emotional quotient, than the IQ, and intellectual quotient, which is really interesting since we're going into the intellectual side of things for the next 200 years. We're going to be using both, because it's going to be about people and that people matter. So any decisions that you make that serve you, look at how they also serve others. And the new world, which we're coming into anyway because we've been through such a flux this month, yeah, I don't know, we've got things that'll be revealed to us. So it's quite exciting for December. There's one other card that I will have a look at. Also, plan your future. And plot it, like actually put down, okay, so you've done all your work in November on yourself, you've thought about what you want, now actually put it down on paper, actually put it into some physical form to plan A, plan B, plan C, okay? And then step 1, step 2, step 3. Because whatever it is that you are planning for yourself, if you have done this work for yourself and focused on yourself, will actually come about and happen. Right, one more card before we finish. Let's look. Personally, for you this year, it is this year. Well, it is for the year, but it's also for the month. So this month, it is about being abundant, feeling that you have what you need in your life and attracting that. Doors will open, coming up to that end of December, but we're going to have a look before then again for the end of December. Somebody just said magic happens this month for those that are focusing on being the best version of themselves. We talk about the best version of ourselves. That's that spiritual truth of who you know you are. Act the way you want to act, be the way you want to be, present yourself to the world that you want to be seen as, and you don't have to be all attractive and pretty. Just be you authentically, and doors will open. People will see you for how you are. You will get compliments, you will get appreciation. Life will flow more easily for you with money, with luck, with love. They're beautiful cards. I'll show them all to you. They're just a lovely lineup for December. Look them up if you like. High Priestess, Star, and the Empress, and you can get other meanings on that as well. It's pretty special, pretty powerful. And on that note, we've been with Radio Kidnappers. If you want to contact me, 027 4166 545 for a personal session anytime. And namaste, take care, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time.